Here's your new desk, kid. You're on traffic. The hot sheet is posted here, next to the map.
What's his problem?
That's Biggs. He's an institution.
So this is what all the fuss is about. Why couldn't they build a freeway that goes past my place?
They haven't even approved the money yet, kid. The bond issue won't be till December. It'll be years before any of this will happen. Here's your new partner, Stefan Burkowski.
I've heard all about you, Phelps. You go easy on me and let me earn the odd citation, and maybe we'll get along fine.
I'm here to learn, Detective.
He's an intense one, isn't he, Mel?
Who's intense?
The newly minted detective here, Cole Phelps.
Hi, Phelps. I'll be keeping an eye on you. I could spend a little time basking in reflected glory. Make a change from busting hookers and dope fiends.
Who was that, Commander?
Roy Earl, chief detective and advice.
Do they all dress like movie stars?
Well, Roy is a movie star. And the whole of the seedy side of L.A. is his audience.
What is that supposed to mean?
Stick with me, kid. You'll find out.
And now some housekeeping. Warm Central Division welcome for Detective Cole Phelps. Some of you guys may know Phelps. He's the cop who broke the jewelry store murder. Stand up and take a bow, Phelps.
If it's all right with you,
That's
sir.
an order, Phelps.
Shh, quiet, everybody.
Phelps is one of only 2 serving LAPD officers who received the Silver Star during the war. Really gave it those lousy Japanese, eh, Phelps?
I did my best, Captain.
Why are you war heroes always so modest? I've partnered Phelps with everybody's favorite Pole, Stefan Burkowski.
Hope you like work, kid. Bukowski sure as hell doesn't.
Well, that's why we have partners, right?
Okay, can it, guys. Stick with Burkowski. He's a good cop. He knows traffic inside and out. I'm going to start you out with 1 case. You do okay, I'll give you a couple more. You screw up, you'll be rousting vagrants and running license plates. Now get down to the PE Freight Depot, 6th and Alameda. A patrolman called in a suspicious vehicle. Signs of foul play. See what you can find out.
Come on, Phelps.
Got a stakeout down on 2nd later tonight.
Bukowski, get over here. I'm at a loss.
The PE Freight Depot, Phelps. Let's roll.
You're wasting time. Get out of here.
They really pushed you through quick, didn't they? 6 years on patrol before I got this desk. You were here in 5 minutes.
What do you want me to say? I didn't ask for any favors. You know this place?
Sure. Near the old gasworks and Signo Depot in the warehouse district. I'll direct. Phelps, leave him be.
Can you drive to this one?
So, tell me a little about yourself, Phelps.
Are we friends now, Bukowski?
We have to work together. Don't be so touchy.
I grew up in San Francisco. My father was in shipping. I went to college at Stanford, did 2 years ROTC before Marine OCS at Camp Elliott. Shipped out in early '45 as a first lieutenant and fought in the Okinawa campaign. I was wounded, shipped back home, did a year on the beat. Now I'm here.
So you won the Silver Star.
I don't want to talk about it.
Now let me get this straight. You single-handedly killed 40 Japs on this hill in Okinawa.
No.
You were up there all night, draped in a flag, knife between your teeth, gun at the ready.
You finished?
The Emperor Hirohito himself leading the charge against you.
I did my part, Bukowski. What did you do?
I kept the streets of L.A. safe for the people.
Yeah. Now I get it. Unfit for service.
Now, fuck you, Phelps. I earned a bravery citation during the Zuda riots.
Sounds like you had it rough.
I did my job.
No one is saying you didn't.
I did 6 years as a patrolman.
That's the 3rd time you've told me.
That you, Bukowski? Go on through. Parking lot straight ahead.
I need to get back to work, officer.
The detectives are here now. You repeat to them what you told me.
I did the right thing by calling this in. I'm just a working stick.
Just give him your story and you'll be all right.
This is your first case, Phelps. It's okay to admit it if you're stumped. If you don't know what to do next, just come talk to me and we'll see what we can figure out.
Thanks, Stefan. You're okay. What now?
Better get details from the reporting officer before we go any further.
I'm Officer Hart.
Phelps, traffic. What have you got?
Abandoned car, probably stolen. The solid citizen is Nate Wilkie. He called it in.
What gives with the coroner?
There's blood all over the interior. Someone's copped a full Broderick, but no stiff as yet.
We have an owner for the car?
The car is registered to an Adrian Black, just north of Bunker Hill.
All right, we'll take a look around.
I'll keep Mr. Wilkie talking, but don't make him wait too long. He's the restless type. I'll have the car towed down to the impound. That's about all I can do here. I better get back to work, sir.
How's the world looking?
Always the same through a viewfinder. How about you?
I've got a mystery sample waiting at the lab. Practical jokers say it's contaminated soil. My guess? It's a big lump of shit.
Have you got a wide shot of the car and its surround?
Listen, you and I have never met, so I'm just going to go ahead and say this once. You don't tell me how to do my job, and I won't tell you how to do yours. Hey, I'm just the lens. I don't know nothing.
What do you think?
Check the whole area, Detective. Assume everything's a potential lead.
Hey, Flatfoot, you're looking to get rid of that old crate? I'll give you a nickel for it.
You guys, take your time. No freight rolling through here till we're done. And we're still punching the clock. How long till all this gets cleared? A couple of hours, right? At least?
Here. Makes you see double, makes you feel single.
This is a crime scene. All of you move along. Clear this area immediately.
They have nothing to lose.
The brand name might give us something to go on.
You want to talk about women, talk to me. You want to talk about the case, I'd say the coroner or the witness would be your best bet.
So what next?
There's lots to look at here, Hotshot. Put those intense eyes of yours to use.
Victim looks to have lost a lot of blood. Help me out.
Looks like plenty of physical evidence. Give the place a once-over and we'll go from there.
"32 years old, married. Sounds like an average guy. What was he doing out here?" Happier times, I guess. Stenzel glasses. Home repaired by the look of it. I'm stumped. Ideas?
Check the whole area, Detective. Assume everything's a potential lead.
Doc?
Detective
Phelps. What have we got?
A lot of blood for a blunt force injury. The victim must be in a very bad way.
Any sign of the guy?
Not unless he's in the trunk of the car. I have another 5 cases to get to this morning, Detective.
Over here, Phelps. Trunk is unlocked. Better take a look at it.
Mr. F. Morgan picked up a live pig yesterday? Probably nothing.
This scene is a mess. Could have been a dozen different crimes committed down here with all the bows hopping freights.
Another day, another dollar. The blood, the sheer amount of it is puzzling. How much I can do without a victim.
Come on, Bukowski, move it!
Keep your shirt on. Here I come.
I'm at a loss.
Have a word with the witness. It's not often we get eyeballs in a case like this.
Sir, I'm Detective Phelps.
Name's Nate Wilkie.
You found the vehicle?
Sure. Saw it just sitting there. Strange place to be parking your car. Figured I'd better take a look. And then I saw all the blood. So I called the police.
Mind if I ask what you were doing out here?
Well, I work for the railway. I was on my way out to the switch and reckoned I'd take a shortcut.
Why are you lying to me? You know what happened to the driver.
You got some way of proving I had something to do with that car?
Sorry, my mistake. Did you see anybody else in the yard? Maybe somebody hanging around the car?
Nope. I hadn't seen a soul all day till you boys turned up.
Do you know Adrian Black, Mr. Wilkie?
No, sir. That ain't a name I'm familiar with.
Am I going to have to stand here all day until you tell me the truth? You know the driver.
I'm telling you, I don't know who was driving that car. You can prove it different?
Looks like I made a mistake. You ever seen the car before?
Funny enough, I did. A couple of nights ago, it was over there in the parking lot. I know most of the cars are parked here regular, so it kind of stood out.
The wallet by the car. Was there anything in it when you arrived?
You accusing me of something, mister?
Tell the truth, Mr. Wilkie. You rifled the wallet.
My money is my money. You can't prove I touched that wallet.
It's nothing personal. I'm just doing my job. You understand that? Do you want the patrolman to hold you down while we turn out your pockets, Mr. Wilkie?
Maybe I checked inside that wallet. Not that I was going to steal anything. Maybe I took a look. But there weren't no money in there. Not even change.
We found a steel pipe with blood on it near the car. Do you know anything about it, Mr. Wilkie?
No, sir. I went straight for the law when I saw the car was full of blood.
Tell me the truth. You hit the driver with the pipe.
You can't prove I touched that pipe. I think you should take that gun off, and I'll teach you a lesson in some manner.
You don't ask, you never find out. When you saw the blood, was it wet, bright red, or darker like it is now?
Darker, I'd say. Looked dry already.
Thank you for your help, Mr. Wilkie. We'll contact your employer if we need anything more from you.
If you have to, I guess. I can't really spend no more time over this.
We're going to notify the wife.
Inform the wife, Phelps.
You seem to have it under
Here,
control.
head over there.
Yeah, I got this.
I best be heading back to work. My boss is gonna give me hell regardless. This is your problem now.
Come on, Bukowski, move it.
Not right now.
I'll have the car towed down to the impound. That's about all I can do here.
What now?
Somebody's got to inform the wife, Phelps. If you're done here, we'll head over there now.
Bukowski, get over here.
Quiet, Polly. What is it, Rochester? Oh, I found this letter from your doctor.
620 Bunker Hill Avenue. You know where that is?
Behind Bunker Hill, a couple blocks north of Central Station.
So, what do we tell the wife?
Play it by the book. There's no stiff yet, so let's see how it plays out.
All units, a 459 just occurred at 6th and Saris. Any
Could be a
unit
car
to
theft
handle
gone wrong.
code 2
Make
identified.
Black drive somewhere lonely, then give him a tap.
But why leave the car?
Well, obviously, someone got a little heavy-handed.
It's the wrong way around.
Well, how so, genius?
Where is Adrian? If you've gone to all the trouble to steal the car and it goes wrong, you leave the body behind, not the car.
You got something there, Phelps. It doesn't add up. You read about the guy on the crossing yesterday?
No, what happened?
Over on Lincoln Avenue. This guy's driving along and his oil light comes on. He stops the car and gets out. He pops the hood and...
He's on a rail crossing.
Oh, you got it. He's got his head under there checking the oil, and the Southern Pacific Freight slams into his car doing 90 miles an hour. The car came to a rest more than a mile down the track.
What a pointless waste of life.
You'll get plenty of blood and guts and mindless stupidity working traffic, folks. And who needs a Second Amendment when we'll give a goddamn fool the license to get behind the wheel of an automobile?
If it's a kidnapping, why leave the victim's ID? If it's a murder, why leave the car? The evidence doesn't add up.
Free lesson, Phelps. Evidence will only get you so far. You ask me, the whole thing feels hinky as hell.
What I wouldn't give to have your powers of intuition, Bukowski.
Don't worry, kid. Keep watching the master and you'll get there one day.
Let's go introduce ourselves. You talk to her, Phelps. I'm no good at this shoulder to cry on stuff.
Any ideas?
Let's go introduce ourselves. You talk to her, Phelps. I'm no good at this shoulder to cry on stuff.
Just a minute.
LAPD, Mrs. Black. May we come in? We have some bad news, and we'd rather discuss this in private.
I'm Margaret Black. We can discuss this in the living room. Please come in.
What do you think?
Let's go introduce ourselves. You talk to her, Phelps. I'm no good at this shoulder to cry on stuff.
Your husband drives a blue Lincoln, Mrs. Black?
That's correct.
The car has been found abandoned, and I'm afraid there are signs of foul play.
I knew something was wrong when he didn't come home.
We believe your husband may be injured. We found a pipe on the scene with blood on it.
Oh no! My poor Adrian!
Does the name Insta-Heat mean anything to you, ma'am?
Yes, it does. We've just had a new water heater installed.
Whereabouts, Mrs. Black?
Just outside the kitchen window, at the side of the house.
I'd like you to try and stay calm and remember everything that you can about last night. My partner and I are going to take a look around. When you're ready, we're going to have some more questions for you. Is that okay?
Of course, officer. Anything to help secure my husband's safety.
Well, let's check the place out. Come on.
Advice?
Have a good look around. There's got to be something in here to go on.
I'm sorry. If there's nothing more, I really think I should lie down.
Nope. Probably nothing.
Make sure you cover all the rooms. We don't want to miss anything.
Lie down, make yourself comfortable. So, you're a friend of Courtney's?
Yes, Doctor.
He seems very concerned about you.
I have these visions. These blinding visions. I can't get them out of my head. My skull, it feels like it's in a
I
vice.
want to give you something to calm your nerves. I want to take you on a journey back. I want you to remember the good things about your past, occasions that made you laugh, times that made you smile.
You coming, Stefan?
Keep your shirt on. Here I come.
Kavanaugh's. So who brought this home? Maybe Adrian was a patron. R&I should have an address. This was only recently installed, not 2 days ago.
Maybe it's time we took a look around outside.
Circumstantial.
I'm stumped. Ideas?
I don't want to upset the lady any more than you do, Phelps, but we're going to have to search this place.
This must be Adrian's. Stencil, so the glasses are a match. Separate bedrooms, separate pictures. What gives here? To my Adrian. This thing gets more and more interesting. A used ticket to Seattle and a suitcase gone missing. Someone couldn't wait to get out of this house.
Try to keep up, Stefan.
Phelps, I'm coming.
So what next?
Have a good look around. There's got to be something in here to go on.
No use leaving the thing half finished. So the pipe missing from Mr. Black's heater is the same one that killed him. Huh. Seems like the assailant is a little closer to home. No good to me.
I'm all right now, detectives. Oh, is that all? I would hope you're taking this case more seriously, Detective. Oh, is that all? I would hope you're taking this case more seriously, Detective.
I'm at a loss.
Get a statement from Mrs. Black, but go easy on her. She's had a rough day.
We found a receipt in the trunk of your husband's car for a live pig. This receipt was made out to an F. Morgan.
A pig? Adrian runs a tool business. That would be Frank Morgan. God knows what he's up to.
You're lying. You killed your husband, and Morgan helped you cover it up.
How dare you? I love my husband. On what basis could you possibly accuse me of wanting to hurt him?
Sorry. Sometimes you have to shake the tree to see what falls out. What makes you say that about Morgan, ma'am?
He's the foreman at my husband's plant. A very shady character. I've told Adrian he needs to keep his distance from the staff. They're always out drinking together.
Your husband frequents Kavanaugh's bar?
How did you know that? Adrian practically lives there after work.
You're lying, Margaret. You're a lush. Kavanaugh's is your hangout.
Your tiny mind must really be aching. Do you have any evidence that proves I've ever been in that bar?
Looks like I was mistaken. So Adrian spends a lot of time there.
Up until recently, he's been away in Seattle a lot on business.
Did your husband tell you where he was going last night?
All he said was he was going to meet Frank for a drink.
But you knew where he was really going because you told him to meet you at the rail yards. That's where you jumped him. How did you hide the body?
You have an overly active imagination, young man. Do you have any proof of that allegation?
You're off the hook. For now. So nothing out of the usual then?
Well, he came home early from work. He never comes home early. And he went out early, too. He normally never leaves for the bar till about 7.
Was your husband wearing his glasses when he left here yesterday?
Yes, he just bought a new pair.
That's a lie, Margaret. You know exactly what pair he was wearing because you were there.
You're being flat out ridiculous now. Why don't you show me some proof of where I was supposed to be?
Sorry. My mistake. Go on.
I kept telling him to throw those old ones away. He tried to repair them with tape. They looked terrible.
Tell us about the photo of Adrian in the bedroom.
What is there to tell? It's from his most recent business trip to Seattle.
There's plenty to tell. You just won't tell it. You're lying about the photograph, Mrs. Black.
You're incredibly rude and insensitive. But I guess you know that. I've told you what I know about the picture.
What about Nicole, Mrs. Black? Was your husband going to leave you for her?
I've seen the photo frame. He thinks I'm stupid. But women sense these things. I don't know if he intended to leave me or if it was just a fling. God only knows. I only want to know that he's safe.
I think you should come clean with us, Mrs. Black. Your husband is missing, and after our search, I'm willing to call the circumstances suspicious. Can you account for your movements last night?
You're not accusing me, are you? What an awful thing to say. I was here all night, of course, waiting for Adrian to come home.
Yes, I am accusing you. Your husband was going to leave you. That's motive. Now your only alibi is an empty house. Get it off your chest. Tell me the truth.
Whatever your theories are, you're going to have to prove that I was there and that I wanted to hurt him. Do you think you can do that, Detective?
Looks like I was mistaken. Is there anyone who can vouch for that?
Well, no. I was here alone. I cooked Adrian's dinner and waited, but he never came home.
We'll keep you informed, Mrs. Black.
Please do, Detective.
I'm stumped. Ideas?
Grab the phone. R&I could run down an address for Kavanaugh's in no time.
Find Adrian, officer. Bring him home, please.
Grab the phone. R&I could run down an address for Kavanaugh's in no time.
Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need an address on a Kavanaugh's bar.
Certainly, Detective. One moment. Kavanaugh's Bar, corner of Aliso and Hewitt, south side of Union Station.
Thanks, ma'am. What do you think?
Let's go to Kavanaugh's Bar. If Adrian was a regular, we might be able to get a new angle down there.
Displayed on automatic coin machines.
Jesus, I'm glad to be out of there.
Mr. and Mrs. Black don't seem to have the happiest home life.
He's too scared to divorce her, and she's too much of a shrinking violet to throw him out. If this hadn't happened, they could have stayed miserable together forever.
You think she could have killed him?
She sure as hell doesn't seem the type, but stranger things have happened.
Ask the
I
barkeep.
know you.
He'll know
No,
all
you
the
don't.
regulars.
We were at school together. How about you buy me a drink for old time's sake?
So what next?
Ask the barkeep. He'll know all the regulars.
Bourbon. Tall glass, no ice. Just bring me the bottle.
You looking for someone?
You know Frank Morgan?
Sure. Frank's your regular. He's a loner in the back.
What now?
All right. We need to find Frank Morgan and give him a squeeze.
There's something funny about the clam chowder.
You want a drink or not?
Boy, that steak has seen better days.
Frank Morgan?
Who's asking?
Cole Phelps, LAPD. I understand you're a friend of Adrian Black.
Yeah, I know him.
Are you aware that he's missing?
No, I hadn't heard that. Tough break.
We found Black's car abandoned in a freight depot, covered in blood. You know anything about that, Morgan?
Hell no. I'm sorry to hear that. I like Adrian. He's a good boss.
Please, don't tell me you actually believe this jerk-off, Phelps.
You're lying, Morgan. You were there.
And you're talking out your ass, detective. How about you prove I was out at that rail yard?
You were there, Morgan. We found a receipt in the trunk of the car. It has your name on it. We can call the slaughter yard and nail you on it.
All right already. That fool Adrian's fallen for some dame in Seattle. He wanted me to make it look like he'd been attacked.
Where exactly is Black holed up?
No idea. I think he took off for Seattle. Hey, thanks. I'm glad we cleared that up.
Sam's taking me out to Palm Springs for the weekend.
Come on. The barkeep doesn't have all the answers. Leave me be.
That broad has socks in it, Brazier.
Does the chicken come with
Come
fried
on,
tomatoes?
just one drink?
Not a chance.
Come on. Just for old time's sake. We haven't seen each other in years.
We ain't seen each other ever, pal. Buzz off!
Yeah, you and me go way back. Way back. Ain't that right?
Wake up, Cole.
Advice?
You know as well as I do that Morgan is lying. Come on, Phelps. We need to get back in there and find something we can catch him out on.
Just refuses to accompany me to church.
Where exactly is Black holed up?
No idea. I think he took off for Seattle.
Lies, lies, and more lies, Morgan. You know where he is.
What have you got that says I know where he is?
Looks like I made a mistake. I'm tired of your shtick, Morgan. Spill it! Or we take you out in the alley and we knock it out of you.
He's holed up at my place. He's waiting for some money to come through before he blows town.
An address?
It's an apartment house at the corner of Temple and Figueroa. Apartment number 2.
I think that's all. Thanks for your help, Morgan. We appreciate it.
Hey, I'm just glad I could help. I love cops.
Cuff him, let him go. It's up to you, Phelps. There's no way I'm writing this idiot up.
This is a tasty burger.
Help me out.
You got Morgan's address? Let's get over to his
I
apartment.
got drinking to do. You're getting nothing more from me.
You got Morgan's address? Let's get over to his apartment.
Everything was fine, thank you, miss.
Bourbon. Tall glass, no ice. Just bring me the bottle?
The last thing I need right now is another hassle, mister.
You coming, Stefan?
Do your job. I'll do mine.
Would you recommend the special, miss?
You want a drink or not?
Any ideas?
You got Morgan's address? Let's get over to his apartment.
I've met some pretty good liars in my time. People who sound convincing because they actually believe their own bullshit. The type is clever, hard to catch out.
Frank Morgan is not one of those people.
No, he is not.
KGPL calling car 11K. 11K, come in.
11K, go ahead.
Message from Technical Services. Blood found in the abandoned Lincoln at the PE Freight Depot is not human. Repeat, not human. Compositional analysis reveals swine as the most likely match.
Roger, KGPL. Time to reel this guy in, folks.
All units, officers help. Major 415, 1624 West 3rd Street, 1624 West 3rd Street. Any unit to handle code 3, identify.
Let's check the place out. Come on.
What do you think?
Nothing to do but check the place out. Go on and try the door.
Apartment 2. I'm stumped. Ideas?
Nothing to do but check the place out. Go on and try the door.
Help you, gentlemen?
LAPD detectives, Mr. Black. You're under arrest.
Look, I'm really sorry about this. I never tried to hurt anyone. I just needed to get away from L.A. I won't put up a struggle. Just let me get my things.
Knew it! Phelps, go after him. I'll try and head him off in the car. Remember, the gun is the last resort.
There's no point running, Adrian. Mr. Black, get back here right now.
Stop right there, Adrian.
Bukowski, get over here. Why not just come clean with her, Black? Why the melodrama?
I thought it would be easier.
No, it just got a whole lot harder. Adrian Black, you're under arrest for conspiracy and fraud. We'll see what the DA has to say about wasting police resources on a wild goose chase like this.
You're going to lose your wife, lose your job, and probably end up in the big house. I hope she was worth it, Adrian.
That turned out to be quite some case, huh? Adrian, what an idiot. You got an arrest and a clearance in your first case, and in fine style, too. Well done, detective. Efficient investigation technique, good public presence. You keep that up and you learn from Bukowski here, you could go a long way in this department.